You know what we should do? We'll take a little break from the spreads. Let's go to a total. Let's go to a total.
Okay.
We'll stay in the SEC. Florida and LSU. LSU's a 13.5-point favorite in this game, which, not knowing whether Jaden Daniels is going to play or not, I don't really know what to do with that. It's a 63.5-point total. LSU, I believe there was no total on the Grambling game. So LSU is 8-0 on overs this season.
Interesting.
8-0. So 63 and
I
a
was going to
half.
say, I'm tempted to go under till we know more.
Until we know more about Jaden Daniels. Now, can I interest you in the fact that both of these defenses are very bad?
Go on. Yes.
Like, Florida's defense made South Carolina look like a world beater. Florida's defense against the Arkansas team that scored 3 against Mississippi State allowed 36. So I don't know.
My question to you, Andy, would be, you know better than I do. Like, okay, let's just say theoretically Jaden Daniels does not play in this game.
Yeah.
You look at this final stretch for Florida, and it is so rough. You've got LSU, Missouri, Florida State. Like, does Florida have to steal this game if Jaden Daniels is not playing? And that's not knocking Nussmeier at all. Nussmeier's a player. No. He will move the ball on Florida. There's no question. But does that turn into like a, man, you need to steal this one if you're Florida?
Oh, 100%. Because I don't think they get bowl eligible any other way. I think that at Missouri is going to be really rough, especially at night, potentially cold.
Right.
Like, no, I think they've got to steal this one. And because I know a lot of people have said, oh, Florida State, they're just playing the ACC competition. No. Florida State at that point is probably going to be trying to make sure it's in the national title picture still.
100%.
Like, you don't want to deal with that trying to get bowl eligible. So this would be your shot. Now, as Nick Delatorre from Gators Online pointed out yesterday, the psychological damage of losing to Doug Nussmeier's kid. Doug Nussmeier was the OC at Florida under Jim McElwain. Now, I actually think Doug Nussmeier was a pretty good OC. His career took some weird turns. Like, he had to go to Michigan when Brady Hoke was on the way down because of the whole Alabama thing. He'd interviewed for a job and that didn't work out. It was all messy. But that's one where I think the Florida fans would be like, come on. But Garrett Nussmeier is a good quarterback. Like, most SEC teams would love to have Garrett Nussmeier as their starter.
Yeah.
So I'm
sure several of them have his name circled on their portal board that they've started building in November,
And then you look at Florida, you look at how well Eugene Wilson's playing. They call him Trey. He's Eugene Wilson III. He's been great. Ricky Pearsall is a very good receiver. Arlos Boardingham, their tight end, has become a more reliable target.
Definitely.
Against this LSU secondary, we could conceivably see a 40-something to 20-something game. We could see a 30-something to 30-something game.
That's fine. You got me on the over. We'll do the over.
I'm taking the over. Hell yeah.
Over. And honestly, Andy,
I'm taking the over.
Regardless, too. Honestly, Andy, who throws a shoe?
It's been 3 years.
People
and
don't
that
forget.
Marco Wilson thrown shoe continues to curse the Florida Gators.
I mean, we can't laugh about it. What are we doing?
I laughed that night. I just didn't realize that the effects would last so long. But it's never ending. Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.